Welcome to the ISD 535 Introduction to Google Sites. Please remember to pause the video and try out these tasks as you go along. The first thing we have to do is sign in to our isd535.org account. Type in your full email address and then your password, and click the big blue sign-in box. This will take you to your email. Go to the top right hand of the screen, click on the little dots, and then click on Sites. You'll need to create a new site in order to work on it. So go to the left side, click the big red Create button. You can either use a blank template or browse the gallery for more templates. For now, we're going to use the blank template. Our site is just going to be called Test Site. We can use that URL. Let's select a nice theme for our website. Branches is a nice one. Go up and click the Create button. And now we already have a website. Unfortunately, it's just one page, the home page. If I'd like to edit the home page, I go up to this little pen and click on Edit Page. Now I can change the title. I can add some text. And I can save it. If I'd like to add a second page, I click the little page with a plus on it. This gives me a few different options. If I'd like to have a blog, for example, or some other way of updating news, I create a name for my page and I select a template for it. A web page is a static page of information. Announcements is something like a blog or a news page where things scroll down as they're added. A file cabinet is a place to upload files. A list and a start page are more advanced, and we'll get to them later on. For now, I'm going to use the announcements to create my news page. I can either create the page at the top level, or it can be a sub-page under the home page. I'm going to leave it as the top level for now. So now you can see on the left-hand side, I have Home, which is my home page when someone comes here. I have Daily News, which is going to be my blog or my news page. And then I have a sitemap, which is automatically created. It just gives me a list of all the pages on my website. So if I go back to the Daily News, create a new post, I can call it My First Post. I can even add files already if I'd like to. I want to add a picture of my hiking trip. Now that I'm done, I go to the upper right hand side and click Save. My first post has been published, but my picture is an attachment and I really wanted it in my post. So I go back up to edit this page, and I can go up to the menu bar and say Insert an Image. Here's the image I've uploaded before, or I can upload a new image if I want a different one. Once I've selected which one I want, I click on OK. And now it's actually inserted it into my post. I can justify it to the left, in the middle, or on the right hand side. Once again, when I'm done editing, we go to the top right and click Save. If I'd like to add another post, I go back to the Daily News and click on New Post. This is going to be the second post. If I'd like to make it bigger, I highlight my text, and just like with the word processor, I can choose a bigger size. I can add bold, italics, underline. I can change the color of the text. I can change the background of the text. I can even change the font. When I'm done editing, I can save it. And now we can see that I have a first post and a second post. The reason the second post is above the first post is just like a blog or a news feed. You want your most latest information to be at the top, and people can scroll down if they want to see the older items. The last thing we're going to go through is some of the settings. Click on the More Actions little gear icon up in the upper right-hand corner. We can see all the revision history of the changes that have been made to every page. In this case, there's only been one change. We can subscribe to page changes so that we're notified if somebody changes them. We can print, copy, move, or delete this page. And we can also see the page settings. You can show the page title or attachments or comments. You can change the description and the URL. We can change the template to be a web page or a file cabinet, just like it is now an announcement. We can also change things about the entire site from this menu. We can subscribe to the entire site if it changes. We can edit the layout, we can manage the site, and we can change the sharing and permissions. To edit the site layout, click on the top above our site. We can add a horizontal navigation. We can remove our sidebar or add it back. We can add a custom footer and a header. We can change the site width. Sharing and permissions we've gone over in a different video, but it's the same as all our other types of documents. We can invite people to edit, to be an owner, or just to view the site. We can also enable page level permissions so that people can see or edit just specific pages within your site. This is a little more advanced than our video right now, but go ahead and try it and play around with it. When you click on Manage Site, it allows us to change things that we set up at the beginning, such as the site name, the categories, the URL, and the site description. On the left-hand side, you can click on Themes, Colors, and Fonts. If you don't like the branches theme that we used, you can change it. And now our entire site looks completely differently. We can also just change individual bits of our site. Say we just don't like the header. We would prefer to have a color in our header and a different picture by our title. As you can see, you can change each individual part of the site to match exactly what you'd like it to look like. If you don't like what you've done, you can always clear all customizations and it'll go back to the way you had it. When you're done, just click on Save. Go back to the site, and you can see your new design. I hope you've liked this introduction to Google Sites. If you have any questions, please feel free to email me at jobartus@isd535.org.